I actually want to share something which I haven't shared with many people, and that is something that Nick brought up today. Great to hear from you today, Nick. But he talked about people leaving thousands and thousands of dollars actually on the table in commission. Have any of you seen the fantastic new building that was built in Provo? You may have seen photographs of it. Fantastic, isn't it? I paid for the windows.
Me too.
You know, that's probably true.
Me too.
And the reason that happened for me, and I'll link all this together very quickly, is that when I first joined this business, my why I was doing it wasn't strong enough. I actually joined when, you know, at the beginning, as a result of, well, why not? You know, it really wasn't that good, that strong. But I came from a corporate travel background. In fact, we've heard a lot of travel today. Cathay Pacific and Carrier and all these things. I actually worked for the Thai government, looked after all their tourism in the UK. So when the opportunity came up and I was talked to about it, I thought, this is great. I can go on holiday to Thailand and I can do this business in Thailand and Malaysia. And that's what I did. But it was a why not? Nothing else, much else to do. I'd had a great career, and I was worn out by the time I was 30. So that's how I ended up leaving a lot of money in commission on the table. The why wasn't strong enough. It was simply a holiday with some money. When I came back, I needed to earn money to live, so my why got a little bit stronger. It still wasn't that strong. Until, as Nick points out, you're leaving tens of thousands of dollars on the table and suddenly something changes. Because then my why got very strong. My why then wasn't about money, it was about what I could do and help other people. And that is why so much energy has to be put into at the beginning. Why would you want to get involved with a company this successful? And I urge every one of you not to take that 16-year journey that I've taken to find out why this is so important to you as individuals, because of what you can give back to share with others. So, thank you for listening.
Hello, good afternoon everybody. So I'm Marion, I'm based in London, and I would say I started this business 6 years ago while we lived in the US. And my why at that time was uniquely to have a portable carrier, because I've been following my husband with his carrier around different countries, and every time I had to start. So the portable carrier was my main thing. But then I think you agree with me that this is a personal journey. We do a lot of personal development, as Guy was saying. So when I had this adventure going on with London, coming back to London, then we bought a house. And then I said, okay, my objective now is to pay for the mortgage. And I was able to transition, having a job, to be able to stop my job and really have more freedom and time and money. And my why really today is to help contribute and help others do the same thing. And I would say to anyone who starts, or maybe someone who is a bit stuck in where they want to go, I think for me the why is a bit like when you take antihistamine when you have an allergy. For me, it's the anti-procrastination. Because it's some days, and there are some days, I don't feel like picking up the phone. I'm like, oh, and then I'm thinking about my why, I'm doing my visualization, I'm looking at my dream board, and then I'm like, yes! So I would say really think about, this is so key when you have some obstacle, this is the why that will really help you go and move on, and like Peter said, never quit. Thanks.
I apologise, I just realised we're missing somebody from the panel. And she's now going to get her own round of applause, so everybody welcome Jill Beecroft to the stage, please!
Sorry, Jill.
So Karen, do you want to share your reasons for joining New Skin and a little bit about yourself?
Hi, good afternoon. I've done a testimonial earlier, so obviously you know where I'm coming from. I've been in sales and marketing for 35 years. I mentioned earlier because just a misfortune, a few years ago, the last week before I retired, take an early retirement, I lost my business. So my why in this business opportunity really is not the money. I know wherever I go, I can earn money. I have confidence in myself, in sales and marketing, I will do fine. But one thing I want to prove to myself is I built a team before, I lost it, and this is my vehicle that can help me to build it all over again, and I can do it.
All right, Ruby of the Minute, Jill Beecroft, would you like to share your reasons for joining Nu Skin?
Thank you. I think that the great part of all this is just seeing how many people from different walks of life actually come into this business. You know, from people like Peter from Cathay Pacific, you know, through to people from the services, to cleaners, to all sorts of people. Anybody can actually do this business. Anybody can do it. My story briefly is, my background is in secretarial admin work, and then I joined a medical sales company. Got fed up of travelling up and down the length and breadth of the country, so I decided to start my own business with a girlfriend of mine. And we were one of those people who bought a franchise. We bought a new franchise on the market in 2000. It was in property conveyancing searches. And we ran that business for 6 years, very, very successfully. We developed it from zero to just under £500,000 turnover, and very profitable. We bought ourselves lovely cars out of it, but it was as dull as dull as dull. It got to the point where I'd rather be chewing my own foot off than actually carry on with this business. So we finally sold the business back to our franchisor, and then I thought, well, what am I going to do now? I don't want to work for anybody else. And I was then recruited into the Nu Skin business, and looking back in exactly the same way we are supposed to recruit people. This acquaintance of mine at the time said, Jill, I've just got involved with this really exciting business opportunity. I think you'd be really good at it. Why don't you come and have a look? So I came and had a look. I had a half-face demonstration, saw the results straight away. And so, like I think it was Susie, it was the galvanic spark that brought me into the business. That was 3.5 years ago. It took 3.5 years to get to Ruby, but so the solution here is never ever quit. Just keep going.
Thank you very much. Let's go to Mr. Australia himself, Reese.
My name is Reese, from Australia, and I've been a professional basketball player for 11 years now, and that's all I've really done. Played internationally for Australia World Championships, things like this. So about 7 years ago, when my new Swedish girlfriend, it was pretty exciting, went to visit her family, and her brothers took me and said, you should put your hand against this machine. You're a health guy, you know, you should be healthy. I wasn't as healthy as I should be. So I started taking LifePak and loved it. I saw results, my scan score went up, I felt better. Haven't had a sick day or missed a training day in 6 years now, which is a huge advantage. In professional sports, if you miss 2-3 days, injury, sickness, anything, it's a real disadvantage. And so starting with LifePak, moving on to Vitality, the recovery times that I had with Vitality was amazing. I could get back up for training, back up quicker and quicker. So product-wise, you know, I was a loyal customer for 3-4 years to my girlfriend's brothers. And eventually I went to them and said, why am I paying you all this money? What's the deal? Like, talk to me, what can I do? And that is Daniel and Rick Norell. You guys have seen them up here. I finally proposed to their sister a few years ago, 2 years ago, and then they said, okay, come with me, we'll show you about the business, you can make money too. A lot of people thank their, really happy that their sponsors brought them into the business. I'm mad at my sponsors, they made me pay for 4 years before I got to join them. But it's been 1.5 years now, and it fits perfect with what I want to do. It's health, it's helping people. I know that I've only got a few years left in this body to be able to run around and do what I do, and I can't think of going into anything that I don't enjoy after 10 years of something that I love. I already love Nu Skin, so I know that I'm going to do this the rest of my life, and success is already coming, and it's just going to get better and better.